What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Conor Benn versus Chris Algieri, and this is going to be a 12-rounder in the welterweight division, and this fight is going to be Saturday, December 11th from the M&S Bank Arena in Liverpool, England, and this fight is going to be broadcasted on DAZN, and to get both fighters' resumes, Conor Benn, fighting out of England, holds a record of 19 wins, no defeats with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 12 by BoxRec in the welterweight division. And to list some of his best victories, he has a unanimous decision win over Sebastian Formella, a knockout victory over Samuel Vargas, and he's coming off a unanimous decision win over Adrian Granados. And to get his opponent's resume, Chris Algieri, fighting out of the United States, holds a record of 25 wins, 3 defeats with 9 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 22 by BoxRec in the welterweight division. He's also the former WBO super lightweight world champion. But not to list all of his defeats, he has a knockout loss to Errol Spence Jr., a unanimous decision defeat to Amir Khan, and a unanimous decision loss to Manny Pacquiao. And not to list some of his best victories, he has a split decision win over Ruslan Provodnikov, a unanimous decision victory over Eric Bone, a knockout victory over Tommy Coyle, and he's coming off a dominant unanimous decision victory over Mikel Lepierre. And in my opinion, this fight is going to go in favor of the younger, more powerful, world-ranked welterweight in Conor Benn. I just think that Conor Benn is the fresher man here. If it was Chris Algieri, for say, when he fought like Amir Khan or Eric Bone, or when he was just at welterweight fighting some of these decent fighters, I think he could have made this a bit more competitive. But, I mean, Conor Benn is going up. Chris Algieri is going down. I mean, he's getting older. And although he had an excellent performance in his last fight against Mikel Lepierre, he looked excellent, and I believe that fight was back in like August. So yeah, I mean, I do think Algieri will come into this fight in peak shape for his age. I mean, he's always been in good shape for his fights. I mean, he always comes in 100%, putting full effort into it, and I think he will, but I just think that Conor Benn will be too much for him here. I think that Conor Benn will actually go the distance with Algieri, but I could see Algieri getting dropped a couple times, but I'm just going to be giving like judges scorecards that are possible, like without knockdowns, obviously. So as I mentioned before, I see this fight going the distance, but how I see this fight going down, I see Conor Benn being the one coming forward, trying to stalk Chris Algieri, trying to cut off the ring. But I think that Chris Algieri will be smart here. He'll box off the outside like he did against Ruslan Provodnikov, and he could win a decent amount of rounds, maybe at most, in my opinion, 3, but that's in the middle rounds, I think so. I think Conor Benn will have a lot of success early, possibly dropping Algieri. Then Algieri will sort of adapt a bit more, jab Benn from the outside, maybe win anywhere from like 2 to 3 rounds, and then as the later rounds go on, Benn will really start to put on the pressure a bit more and step on that gas pedal and win most, if not all, of those later rounds. So I think that Conor Benn should have an edge on points here, and I think that Chris Algieri, he'll fight how most people would think he will, and how he did against most of the top guys he's fought, off the back foot, jabbing from the outside, landing some nice straights to keep his opponent off him and scoring points, whilst Conor Benn will be the one coming forward, similar to how he did against Samuel Vargas. So with that being said, I think this fight will go the distance, and I think that, as I mentioned before, and I think that Conor Benn will win this fight pretty comfortably on the judges' scorecards, although I think Chris Algieri could give him some problems in the middle rounds with his jab. But I think that Conor Benn will adapt to it later on and then then win most of those rounds and get a unanimous decision victory, and one of the better victories of his career thus far. And, I mean, if he beats Algieri here, which in my opinion he most likely will, I mean, he could fight a lot of guys. I mean, he could fight guys in the top 15. He could fight Radzab Butayev. I believe that Conor Benn is highly ranked by the WBA. He could fight a lot of fighters. And I know that Radzab Butayev is waiting on sort of like Stanionis to fight like Ugas and stuff like that, and the WBA tournament, whatever. But, I mean, in the midst of it, I mean, who knows? Conor Benn could have a shot at a WBA title, considering I believe he is highly ranked by that sanctioning body, or ranked in the top 10. So, I mean, Conor Benn, he has a lot of opportunities after this, but if Chris Algieri does lose, which in my opinion he most likely will, I think he probably will retire. I mean, he's 37 years old. Although he had a strong performance against Lepierre, I just can't see him winning a world title, obviously, again, and I can't really see him beating anyone in the top 15, top 10 in the welterweight division. So, yeah, I mean, overall, I believe that Conor Benn will defeat Chris Algieri by unanimous decision. He could possibly score a couple of knockdowns early on, like Pacquiao did to Algieri. But yeah, I think the judges will score this bout 118 to 110 and 117 to 111 twice. And Conor Benn will get his 20th victory and one of the better ones of his career thus far. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.